Douglas skies. 2 overseas for Somerset. Matt Henry. Excellent record. Power play and towards the back end of an innings. Went out earlier and looked at the surface. I know it's been used, but it looks relatively unblemished, apart from the odd foothold here and there.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Daggers, because you did the toss. What did you make of the decision from the Outlaws?
Richard Isaacs, our dear statistician, has plied us with many facts about the game.
Wait there! Will Smead has helped power Somerset to 12 wins in the Vitality Blast this year. Lewis Gregory returned to the side in their last game to pick up the Player of the Match award and leads a very settled side. Now the Outlaws have a number of injuries and
now higher scoring, so whether Somerset have found their way in terms of the target that they want to get up to, but either way you just fancy they're obviously the top side in the South Group. They've won 12 games, and then you have Notts coming in who have
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Cooper Associates County Ground. We're here on the eve of Somerset versus Kent in the County Championship. We're here now, and we've got a really exciting show to show you tonight. We've got Somerset versus the Outlaws. We're taking you back to Friday, the 7th of July. It's 2 weeks to go, nearly, just over 2 weeks now until the Vitality Blast 2024 gets going. So to get you in the mood, we've obtained the full Sky broadcast of the quarter-final that took place last year. A brilliant match, and we can't wait to show you it in all its glory. So without further ado, enjoy the match, and we'll look forward to seeing you at the Cooper Associates County Ground very, very shortly.
Will Smead has helped power Somerset to 12 wins in the Vitality Blast this year, and Lewis Gregory returned to the side in their last game to pick up Player of the Match award and leads a very settled side. Now the Outlaws, well, they have a number of injuries and absentees, but Alex Hales will open up and Tom Moores has been in excellent form. Mouth-watering contest tonight between two giants in this great competition. Somerset are at home in front of a passionate crowd, and they take on the Outlaws, 2 times champions, and it is actually the most played quarter-final fixture in Blast history. So lots to look forward to. We're in the sunshine. Very good evening to you, to Lydia. Essex winning last night. Who have you got tonight?
I know, well, this one's another big one, isn't it? I think that was an upset last night, wasn't it? Birmingham Bears had been brilliant all through the group stages, and Essex, just the streetwise, wily campaigners, were able to just nip it off them. And I just wonder if maybe that might be a similar case this evening. You look at the form that Somerset are bringing into this game this evening. They're obviously the top side in the South Group. They've won 12 games. And then you have Notts coming in, who have just won 2 of their last 5 games. But I don't know how much we should read into that, to be honest, Nigel.
Well, I'm reading into the fact you're going for Notts,
Yeah.
I think. I'm sort of getting that feeling. Notts have won the toss, by the way, a little earlier on, and they're going to have a bat first. Now, the last 23 games, it's gone the other way. The side winning the toss decided to bowl first. It's a slight advantage batting first. What do you think of the teams?
Yeah, obviously Notts Outlaws are going, they're risking injuries, aren't they? Obviously they're bringing Samit Patel in, who's been struggling with his calf, Colin Monroe as well, who I think has been struggling with a hamstring injury. But I think those 2 players, you'd prefer them to be maybe 80-90% and playing rather than sitting on the sideline. And for Somerset, you know, you look at the depth that they've got. I think that's the key thing that sticks out for me. They have a huge amount of depth. I think their openers, Banton and Will Smead, have been outstanding, but they just keep coming at you. They know how to win here as well. They've got a fantastic record here. Yeah,
they won 12 out of 14. It's the first time it's ever happened in the Blast. It's an incredible record, really, this year. Average score here is 159. Now, we come to Taunton and we think big runs, small ground. That's quite low, isn't it? I think it's the second lowest.
Yeah, and it's a funny stat because you compare that to last year, and it was over 200, the average first inning score. And I wonder if that's an element of people coming here and just feeling under so much pressure when they're batting first that perhaps they go too hard too early, and then we're seeing those lower scores. Interestingly, the last few games have been much higher scoring, so whether Somerset have found their way in terms of the target that they want to get up to. But either way, you just fancy that Notts will be backing their bowlers to try and defend, you know, or well, obviously try and set the table and then the bowlers go out and defend it.
I didn't catch any of that because we can't really hear it. It's all sort of getting very noisy here, but well, the Outlaws, do you think they've done the right thing here batting first? I mean, numbers are slightly in their favour, but captains haven't done that.
No, I think they're backing their streetwiseness with the ball. I think their tactics, the experience of Stephen Mullaney, Samit Patel, obviously those guys at the top there, they're going to be crucial. If they can get Notts Outlaws off to a flyer, then you just never know what they can put on the board. But I think they're just backing their bowlers to defend whatever they put on there.
Yeah, I mean, they've packed their side full of experience, understandable, big game, knockout game. Colin Monroe plays, that's understandable. Samit Patel plays. There's another couple of games being played as well. Lancs, Surrey, Hampshire, Worcestershire. We will keep you in touch with all of that as we get through the evening. You better run because you're in with Daggers. Over to you, Daggers.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Lydia. Always brilliant Friday nights here in Taunton. A year and 2 days ago, Somerset demolishing Derbyshire by 191 runs in the quarter-final. Slightly different prospect this evening. Yes, similar side from the East Midlands, but a wealth of quarter-final experience. Joe Clark leading things off for the Outlaws. 430 runs, striking at 161. Freshly shorn Craig Overton, sporting a brand new coiffure. He kicks things off from the river end. Away we go.
Right there.
Team news. If you are just joining us, people will be dropping in after the test match when that concludes. 4 changes for the Outlaws. Colin Monroe, Samit Patel, Steve Mullaney, Luke Fletcher come in. Out go Lyndon James, Hasib Hamid, Matthew Carter and Shaheen Shah Afridi. Box office player who's gone back for the test series for Pakistan.
Yes, mate.
First runs for the Outlaws. Open their account. As for Somerset, Jack Brooks in for Josh Davey. And I think I've allowed you to catch your breath. Now, Lydia, the 15 yards you've had to run. Alex Hales kicking things off from the other end for the Outlaws.
Yeah, lots of changes for the Nottinghamshire Outlaws. Alex Hales, a permanent fixture in this Outlaws T20 side. So dangerous as well in the power play.
Quite a modest season for him. And we have those standards that are so high, and he's always part of the leading run scorers year after year. 330. 328 for him. Striking 141. It's been a strange old season for the Outlaws. On the flip side, Somerset basically demolished all comers, as Nick Knight said. That's the way to start a game with your Craig Overton. Up through the stumps. Get this crowd bouncing. And the big wicket of Alex Hales.
Yeah, we said it, Douglas. This is a big moment in the game. Only 4 deliveries into it, but Somerset have got Alex Hales. He's the one who can be so dangerous in these games, in these situations. He's looking to go up and over the offside. That's where the option was. That's where the temptation was. And Overton has got his man, so that's the end of Hales. Wasn't able to get off the scoreboard. Nottinghamshire 1 for 1.
He's just going to have to sit, watch the rest of his teammates trying to crew a score that will be competitive here on this surface, which, as yesterday at Edgbaston, it's a third time pitch played on at Surrey. It's Gloucestershire. Beat Gloucestershire. Third time, so unsure as how it's going to play. As Colin Monroe enters the fray. Immediately opens his account. What's interesting for me, Lydia, is the way that the two sides have actually gone about. A lot of seam options for Somerset, just 1 spinner in this Shoddy. As for the Outlaws, 4 slow bowlers to choose from.
Yeah, there's a few stats going around as well here at Taunton. It does favour the pace bowlers.
Yes, mate.
Let's go.
Look at the records. Spin v pace, 51 wickets to spin, 249 for pace. So that does say a little something about things, but either way, Nottinghamshire 3 for 1 after the first.
Time over, Clarkie.
Immediate success for the home side under cloudless skies. 2 overseas for Somerset. Matt Henry, excellent record, power play and towards the back end of an innings. Went out earlier and looked at the surface. I know it's been used, but it looks relatively unblemished, apart from the odd foothold here and there.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Daggers, because you did the toss. What did you make of the decision from the Outlaws?
Well, Richard Isaacs, our dear statistician, has plied us with many facts about the game.
Wait there!
My personal fave was that the last 22 captains in Blast games at Taunton, that's home and away, have bowled first. Well, the last to bat first was Josh Cobb for Northants back in 2020. Now, that's not necessarily paid dividends. Only 9 times the side batting first who have won the toss, gone on to win. 13 have been defeated, so it surprised me a little.
Wait.
The other fact is, usually what captains like to say is they're not quite sure about a surface. They'd rather bowl first and get 20 overs on it just to see what works and what doesn't.
It might be as well. We're told the scores that have been tallied up throughout the innings so far here at Taunton in the early part of the season are much lower compared to the last few games here. It just might be maybe changes in conditions of the pitch, but also teams' expectations. The expectations are, we're going to have to get 200 plus on the board.
And that's a good run. But it's good pace too. And he's cranked it up to 88 miles an hour in this over so far.
Off stump, man. Want to go right arm over.
Good looking stroke. And it may just have enough. Who's going to win, ball or fielder? The latter. Saved a run, did Tom Kohler-Cadmore. Big frame of his, but this is an excellent start from the home side. 2 overs gone, 7 for 1. Confirmation of the 2 teams. On the left, Green, Overton, Henry, Brooks, Lewis Gregory. And Monroe's got hold of this one. No bother chasing, it's gone all the way. Met with deathly silence around Taunton.
But it was an excellent strike, not the length that Overton was searching for. He's got his boundary riders out square of the wicket, so that would suggest looking for just that back of a length, but on this occasion has gone full up, and that's also just enforced a field change as well. So 2 now out on the leg side, deep third up in the ring.
Yeah, that length. Overton's bowling, always just as quick bowl. Of course, you've got to have your 2 fielders deep where you feel comfortable, but with both third and fine up inside the circle, very little margin for error.
Yeah, that line is so important now as well from Overton. Just with him going for 2 out on the leg side, he has to make sure he's straight. Middle and leg, that's fine. Even off stump, you just wonder. Monroe still looking to get it through.
High, very high, an opportunity, could be 2. And was brilliantly judged. It was not easy at all. Going down the hill, backwards, ball always falling away with you. Somerset strike again, Overton strikes again. Matt Henry takes the catch. Trouble for Notts.
Well, Douglas, this is such a good catch from Matt Henry. As soon as it went up, as a fielder, you're looking around you, you're thinking, okay, is this mine? Am I the one who's going to do the footwork, get underneath it? He's done really well there. And that's the end of the dangerous Colin Monroe. He goes for 10. Nottinghamshire, 13 for 2.
As well, cloudless sky, not easy to judge, especially given where you are and also where you might be heading towards the boundary.
It's tracking back as well, isn't it? It's the multitasking, watching the ball, getting your feet in order. Really good start though for the home side.
Montgomery it is to replace Monroe. Another thing about Craig Overton, looks a good nick, doesn't he? Looks fit and strong. He's always a big guy anyway, but just looks lean. How valuable a cricketer he is. That's sweetly timed. Probably got enough and does. Nothing more than a little bit of a flick of the wrist through the offside and a welcome boundary for the Outlaws. 17 for 2 after 3.
An excellent start. I know that over's gone for 10, but they've taken that, having picked up the second wicket as well. Notts Outlaws, they can be so dangerous at the top of the order. Just feel as well, they're going to keep coming at you, Montgomery and Clark. You want to make the most of this power play, even with the extra pace. Matt Henry keep trying to bowl in those good areas. Just 3 from his first over. Really good start from him.
I realise Somerset sometimes actually keep their bowlers on during the power play that little bit longer than other sides do, but because of the 2 wickets they've taken, very much more difficult for batters to settle. He's still fresh to Montgomery. Clark been there 9 balls, has got 2 to his name. Shows you how well they've bowled, how disciplined they've been.
That's what you see, just Clark trying to search, do something different. There is a short third in the ring, so anything on that yet would have been a boundary without doubt because of the extra pace from Matt Henry. You just see whirring around in his mind, trying to think, okay, what are my options here?
Again, brilliant from Henry, 87-mile-an-hour Yorker. Don't forget, this is one of 3 quarterfinals being taken place this evening. Lancashire taking on Surrey, and Hampshire have got Worcestershire, and it kicks off in about 10 minutes' time. Gone! Whipped across the line, is going from bad to worse for Nottinghamshire. Shaking the head from Clark, but Henry can celebrate, he's on the board as well. The Outlaws in all kinds of trouble.
Well, Clark, he was searching for boundary options. He was trying to go hard, then he tried to go skillful with that reverse paddle, and now he's just tried to go up and over mid-wicket. Not a huge amount of foot movement, just trying to trust his hands. Overton though, a safe pair of hands as well. Matt Henry, he strikes again. Yeah, Notts Outlaws really struggling, already 3 down. Joe Clark, he goes for 2, not 17 for 3.
Well, a very warm welcome to those of you who have been watching epic second day's play up at Headingley. Australia leading by 142 runs, closing on 116 for 4. Here it is one of the 3 quarterfinals to take place in this year's Vitality Blast. And you join us at a very opportune time, as Nottinghamshire, who won the toss, elected to bat first, are 3 down inside the first 4 overs. Samit Patel, who'd been struggling with a calf injury, has been recalled for this evening, and he finds himself in the thick of the action in the early part. Henry and Overton have been superb.
Go!
Just what you want. Someone with huge amount of experience coming in to just calm the situation down. Just collect a couple to get himself off the mark. It's been superb from the hosts. 4 overs gone, 19 for 3.
Well, you've already said it, Daggers. Home side have been outstanding with the ball this evening. They've gone for pace off, and they know the conditions here. First to go was Hales, and Monroe trying to give himself some space to go up and over the offside. Good catch by Matt Henry, just tracking backwards. Most recent wicket to go. Joe Clark trying to work it through onto the leg side. Another comfortable catch for Overton.
Change it. Craig Overton continuing. And that's the story of the Outlaws card in the early part of this innings. Lovely, lovely looking shot. Just
make sure he can control the shot.
Ben Green, backward point. Goodness, he's been a vital player for Somerset this year, leading wicket taker in the competition at 26, along with Zach Chappell of Derbyshire. Loves himself a mullet and moustache combo. Hitting the pitch hard. That's what both of these bowlers have been doing.
Yeah, and I think as a batter you're thinking, okay, what are the balls that I'm going to try and attack? And at the moment, anything slightly fuller, it just looks like that's your option. That's a safe option, but also a rewarding option as well. Anything back of a length just looks tricky to try and manufacture anything. It's just a fly in the eye. Annoying at the best of times, but even more so just as you're about to get into your delivery stride.
Okay, let's head up to Old Trafford. Update in the game between Lancashire and Surrey, as Tom Bailey just flicking it down to Luke Wells at short fine to dismiss Will Jacks, with Surrey winning the toss and electing to bat first. After 5 overs, they're going nicely. Laurie Evans, 38 not out, 50 for 1 they are, and we'll keep across both of those other semi-finals, quarter-finals, my apologies, throughout the course of this evening.
Help me out here, what are you doing?
Protection out in the deep via the way of Sean Dixon. 5 overs gone. This has been superb power play thus far. Nottinghamshire 24 for 3.
Over to go in the power play then. 24 for 3 knots. Remember, if you're just joining us, they won the toss. Stephen Mullaney decided to have a bat first. Jack Brooks is in the team to replace the injured Josh Davey, experienced cricketer. Played 2 games for Notts already this season. Actually in the blast for Notts as well, Brooks. Oh, just passed. This will run away for a boundary. What have you made of the start, Nick Knight?
Well, I thought that first wicket, Alex Hales showing his intent to Overton, was a key moment, because Overton has been so good against, or with the new ball, against top order players, and the length that he bowled, I think Hales felt that he could get to it. In the end, he couldn't. Just struggled ever since, really. Just high-class bowling, really. Consistent, reading the game situation well. Though will help the Outlaws. Just a little wayward from Brooks initially.
With this important last over in the power play. They've already got the 3 wickets so far. Going to make sure that he gets his lines right and lengths. One straight to the fielder. We've seen that tonight already, or this evening. We saw Matt Henry bowl early on to Clark, who really hit mid-on quite a few times. But what they've done consistently well, Somerset, this year in power play is take wickets. Overton has been really good. So is Matt Henry as well. 18 wickets in power plays here for Somerset in their 7 games.
Bowling length, essentially.
And I'll go back to it, right decision to bat first. When you win the toss, I know that you have to do what's right for you and your team, but coming here and what they've done throughout their blast campaign so far is bowl first and do it well. Pulled away, that is typical Samit Patel. Come back from injury, he's had a calf injury, but he's a dangerous player, he's a good player.
Yeah, and he had pretty intensive fitness test as well before the game. He and Colin Munro, there was a considerable amount of doubt about whether they would play in this game, and I think it's absolutely right what they've done. They're clearly fit enough, and obviously not 100% fit. And when you've got 2 pivotal players, which they are, you just have to risk things really in a knockout game. 37 for 3. Alex Hales, the moment I was just describing, really. Length again. Length on the odd occasion will get dismissed. But again, going for length. And Colin Munro this time can't find the middle of the bat. That's a terrific catch from Matt Henry. Montgomery's played nicely, threatened. But, it's not Joe Clark's night with the bat.
So signalled the end of the power play by Graham Lloyd. Craig Overton bowl his last over. He's done this throughout the competition. 4 overs straight off. Figures of 2 for 19 so far.
Other bowling units and other bowlers can learn a bit from Overton, not only just in this game, but we saw it a bit last night. Someone like Oliver Han and Dolby bowls a good first ball, and then the next ball's a short ball, then the next ball after that's a slower ball, and then the next ball's a full wide one. Overton basically doesn't change if he doesn't need to. Length is working, and it essentially just continued to do what is working. Sometimes bowlers feel the necessity and the need to make changes when they don't need to.
I completely agree, and I think this backs up exactly what you're saying. Is sometimes you can overthink it as a bowler, that you have to just change your length, change the pace. 70% good length. Good length. If somebody's good enough to hit you off that length, then you change.
But that's why I highlighted the point about Alex Hales, because Alex Hales knew that game. He knew what was coming. He knew where he was going to bowl. He just couldn't quite get it right. And that then might have made the dynamic of that contest very different. If Alex Hales had run down and hit that over mid-off for 6, then Overton's thinking, hang on, do I hold my nerve and bowl length again? That's where the game gets injured. It didn't happen.
Well, what was interesting, he spoke to me earlier, and I know we put it on Sky Sports News. I said, well, what is your plan tonight? I'm going to have a look and get in. Obviously, that changed from when he went out there.
Did he give himself one ball?
And he won't be speaking to me again before the game. Oh, that's the way. Whether that is given a no ball because of height, it will do. Given one. Not a free hit, but it's a no ball for height. Not a tall batsman, is he, Samit Patel?
Yeah, overhead height. In answer to your question about half an hour ago, probably now, but something about batting first, wasn't it? Was it the right decision?
Absolutely.
I think you just do what you feel is right for your team. Quarter-final, runs on the board. They've won 4 out of 6 batting first, so it's a favoured option for them. Your point is a fair one about you look at the opposition and what do they like, but I think you make that decision based on what you like and what you feel works for your team.
I've been down here 3 times this year. Hampshire were bowled out for, what, 74? Gloucestershire were in all trouble and got themselves to a target, batting first. Somerset won. Somerset beat Hampshire. It's what I've witnessed here, that a side that knows what they want to do. They want to get this crowd into the game early on by taking wickets. Overton wants to bowl his 4 with Henry, and it's worked so far for him. Finish off a great spell from Craig Overton. 4 overs, 2 for 23. It's 7 overs gone. It's 42 for 3. And I know we've just shown that about bowling specifically in 2020, and them lengths are good. I think all cricket. I was at Headingley yesterday. Australia under pressure with and England taking early wickets, and Travis Head comes in. They've got no slips and 4 on the hook. The ball is going all over the place. If it's good enough for the best batsman in the world, Labuschagne, Steve Smith, why is it not good for Travis Head? So I think sometimes you overthink it. Bowling coaches, tactics. Keep it simple. Right, time for a bit of spin. Ish Sodhi.
Nice man.
Not a place for spin here. Stats tell you, but he's a good bowler.
Oh, how's that?
That's what he does well.
How's that? Well, now.
Former overseas player for Notts as well, Ish Sodhi, so they'll know all about him. Starts well. Thinking about whether this hits the pad first, and remember each side have a review each. David Milnes, you could hear him counting down there. 4, 3.
Oh, ball.
This is what they were discussing, whether it hit the pad first. All bat. Surprising is the average score here, isn't it? Because you come down here and everybody thinks it's a road and you should get 200.
Well, we made that point at the top of the show. I mean, former players like us and current players that come down to here think it's a belter. Got to score runs, big runs, small ground, sun is shining, but average score 159. It's a little lower than we thought. It's the second lowest. Second lowest in the competition this year of all the grounds. So it just shows you that perhaps you don't need to aim quite as high as perhaps some sides are, and maybe that's why some sides have come a little bit unstuck against a side that has won 12 out of the 14 games, which is the first time that's ever happened. Just enough to, not a lot.
That's all he's looking to do at the moment. Just to rotate the strike, build a partnership. 27 from 26, and like you say, try and get to that average score, maybe above, and give his side a chance. That's what they're going to do at the moment, losing 3 wickets. You know all the stats about 3 wickets in power plays and the percentages of sides going on to win the game. That's just won a total. Just to get that total 150 plus. It's a short boundary straight. There Overton did really well. Got round, got it in, just a single. 45 for 3. Still got a lot of batting to come. Moores and Imad Wasim, Stephen Mullaney. Quality.
That's a good 6, 7, 8. That Mullaney at 8. Imad Wasim, he tore up the Pakistan Super League with the bat. His team didn't do particularly well, but he did brilliantly. He's a very, very good cricketer.
Karachi Kings, isn't it?
Yeah, both with bat and ball. No Shane Shah Afridi tonight. He's gone back to Pakistan. But Imad Wasim does play. So they've still got plenty of batting to come, even though they're in a little bit of trouble at the moment.
That's why when you talked about this man being so important in this side, not just with bat and ball, but his experience.
In big games as well.
I don't think, yes, he does get enough. Didn't think he'd actually timed it well. And this will fly away. Cannot give freebies to Samit Patel.
Now the boundary's not as big as it was. In fact, it's a little bit bigger here rather than it was a few days ago when we were down here for the last group game. Kent were down here. It was very short going into that side of the ground, but the wind has changed direction tonight. So the wind is taking it that way, whereas the other night it wasn't. So that wind is just helping it on its way.
Lewis Gregory, the captain, brought himself in on a good start for him.
I don't know the stats. Maybe Rich, our statistician, can work this out. But I can remember a lot of key games, quarterfinals, semi-finals, where Samit Patel was the one picking up the Player of the Match award. You know, he loves these big games. He responds well to the pressure, actually. Probably kiss of death for him, but generally he does well in these type of situations.
Think about what Simon Harmer said last night. One player has a night out. And that's all you wanted. And that's all you want. Last night it was Lawrence and Schnater who had it down the ground.
You love that, don't you? You say that again.
Steve Schnater. Oh, it was a great game. I just loved that game because everybody just thought, even us, Essex, of cruising home, and through really good captaincy from Davies and the way that they fought, it ended up being a cracking game. That's a nice shot. It's so easy for Samit Patel. It's that length that they have been bowling, because he stays a little bit leg side, he gets on top of the bounce. He's got such good hands.
He's extremely talented. He has been throughout his long career. I think what's gone against Samit a little bit actually is I don't think he's always been regarded as a top order player. I think he's been that left arm spinner playing the subcontinent international cricket, useful all round cricketer. Sometimes people forget actually how good he is or was in his prime as an out and out batter. 9 gone, 59 for 3.
Two of the quarter-finals going on at the moment. Lancashire versus Surrey. Remember that Surrey won the toss. Surrey are 88 for 1. Laurie Evans has been in great form, 59 not out. And Hampshire, the Hawks versus the Rapids. It's Hampshire who won the toss. And Ulster are 7 for 1. Mitch Santner, who been pivotal for them with the bat. Must-win game between Derbyshire right at the end that got them through to the quarter-final. It was down to Santner.
I knew we'd get Derbyshire into this chat.
Well, yeah, they
only had 5 overs.
Chance of getting through.
I knew we'd get them in.
They lost anyway. But, you know...
What was he last night? What Dooley called him? The Schneitermeister.
The Schneitermeister, yeah. Well, it was all about the Dutch yesterday. Them in the World Cup qualifiers, getting through. Little reverse. Some big teams though. These quarter-finals, you think about the history of this competition, think about Hampshire, how many times they've been there, Somerset, Lancashire.
Yes, Rich has been in my ear. He's 3 quarter-final player of the match.
Player of the matches, yeah.
Samit.
We just look at the score already, you know, approaching a 50 partnership. He's 22 from 18.
The way we're talking him up, he's got no chance now, has he?
Alex Hales, I'm saying, well, I might speak to you at the end of the game with the player of the match. But gone first ball. Unless he takes an absolute storming catch.
Ball!
Just repair jobs in 2020 as well. You lose those wickets. I know a lot of teams just keep going and going, but I think it's a little bit different in that quarter-final. We talked about the pressure yesterday on the players, the fact they're 1 game away from finals day, and all that brings. I think he knows Samit Patel. He'll be speaking to Montgomery saying, right, let's get to 10 overs, see where we are. Then that next period between 10 and 15, what can we get there? 30 balls, can we get 40? That takes us then to 110, and then 50 or 60 in, gets us to over the average score, and then that's it. That's how you try and put it together. Square sweep, really good shot from Montgomery. Boundary to finish off the 10th over. It's halfway, 68 for 3.
Is what was needed for the Nottinghamshire Outlaws. 3 quick wickets in the power play. They've managed to do a good bit of rebuilding partnership up between Patel and Montgomery, but now Ben Green into the attack. Death overs specialist, he's been so good this season for Somerset with ball in hand. 15 wickets, that's just at the death. Just over 9, which is pretty good going. Leading wicket taker in the competition as a whole, 26. Pace off, but that's missed everything. Even the keeper, Tom Banton, which allowed them to come through for a single. We were wondering, Daggers, weren't we, when Ben Green would be brought into the attack.
Yeah, when you got that many wickets in the competition, you do wonder. And he's a bag of tricks, is Ben Green. You see that little off cutter.
That's a little bit of length that the Outlaws have been looking for. Any sort of attacking shot when it's slightly fuller. Trying to get their hands through, but really good work out in the deep. And Tom Abel.
That's what you want from your fielders. Yeah, you can just see him holding it across the seam. Yet again, another off-pace delivery. But because of his size and his height as well, he can also hit hard back of a length. And of course, given the way that Craig Overton bowled 4 straight through, and I love that. There's Nick Knight and Dominic Hawke were talking about it, the fact that sometimes you can overthink it. Be tempted to change because you think you should.
Well, managed to slice that away. There is protection out on the offside, but it's pretty straight, so boundary for the Outlaws. Yeah, absolutely. I think on that as well, Daggers, it's how often do you hear it that as a captain they've just kept a bowler on, just one over too many. And on this occasion, I think they're absolutely right to have gone the way that they've done. Overton and Matt Henry were outstanding. And pace off again from Ben Green, so 11 runs coming. Wicketless, but very economical. First looks to target the stumps. He's at a decent pace. Hugely experienced as well. 160 games across all formats for New Zealand. Just a couple of games under his belt so far this season due to the amount of injuries. He's brought in as a short-term contract for Somerset. Down the ground, Patel looking to take on the spin but unable to get the outcome.
I spoke to him actually earlier, just as I was having a wander onto the ground, and I said, how long have you been there? He said, oh, just 12 days. He's loving his time down here. Such is the nature of these players that do play franchise tournaments around the world. Might be in one spot for 3 or 4 weeks here and there, and then jetting off to another continent. He's been a very fine bowler for a long period of time.
Oh, Patel still looking to go big that leg side, but not able to connect yet. He's connected with a couple. He's frustrated with himself.
Nice eyes.
Just slight change in the field. As deep mid-wicket goes a little squarer.
Wait!
This really is excellent work from Wishlow. He's bowled into his field. He's made that field change that you've mentioned, Daggers, probably so that he can bowl slightly straighter. Just the 4 runs from it so far. Really is excellent stuff from the home side. Just the 5 runs coming from that over. 12 overs gone, 83 for 3. So lots of other games, well, 2 other games going on at the moment. Of course, the quarter-finals, Laurie Evans was going nicely. With a couple of excellent shots. To manoeuvre the ball around. 360 game, just power as well from Laurie Evans. We're used to seeing that throughout the Blast season. along the way, but a little bit of a misfield by Phil Salt. Don't often see that, and then the eventual wicket. So 2 other last quarter-finals, Lancashire Lightning v Surrey. Surrey won the toss earlier on. They chose to bat. They're 110 for 2. They've just lost Laurie Evans. He was going really nicely.
Yeah.
Remember that 6 to the side that are already through. They managed to do that last night against the Birmingham Bears. Excellent game of cricket. You were there, Daggers, last night.
Well, they tried their best to lose it. It was only thanks to Shane Schnater who hit that ball in the final over for 6. Just on that other score, Worcestershire Rapids in all kinds of trouble at the Ageas Bowl. 18 for 4 in the 4th over. A lot going on at Worcestershire as well. I heard the news this week. Dylan Pennington and Josh Tong, both of them leaving New Road. Mitchell Santner got 13 of those 18, but they're in a world of trouble. Hampshire old hands at this quarter-final stage.
Well, straight through, Samet Patel, who has been searching for that big shot, didn't connect with a couple, and this one wasn't able to connect either, so that's another big wicket. Patel, he's gone for 30, Gregory, he strikes. Nottinghamshire Outlaws back on the back foot. Coast side continuing to dominate.
You saw it going a long, long way. Samet Patel, the head just lifted a moment too soon. Gregory with the dead eye. Samet Patel goes for a well-made 30 though from 26. It's 86 for 4.
Who's your mate, Daggers?
That's Stumpy. Apparently reading that Stumpy's been on a big fitness regime in the winter time in preparation should Somerset make it for the mascot race. Well, he'll be there anyway, will Stumpy. Always one of their favourites. One of the great moments of finals day.
On board. He's a player who has been able to get the Outlaws out of trouble a few times so far this season. He's in good form against Leicestershire the other day, 68 of just 40 deliveries. So work to do for Tom Moores. Off the mark straight away.
Oh, there he is. Hello, Stumpy.
Check middle, please.
Now you see he's got hands. He's actually a wyvern. He's not a dragon, he's a wyvern. And you know the difference, of course.
I'm afraid I don't, Daggers.
Fully useless dragon information.
Yeah.
Oh, nicely worked.
Back.
Allen to come back for a couple, but again, good work in the deep by Somerset. Will Smead running round to do the work. So a couple of runs to finish the over. 13 overs gone, 89 for 4.
Lewis Gregory. Just barely flicking the bails, just enough. Frustration for Samet Patel, but I think he's played a really valuable knock along with Montgomery. They were both starting to see it pretty well, and I think he probably thought that
What do you want, Tom?
it's time to go.
That way for 1.
If you look at it now,
Right, Tom, over.
Notts if they go at 10s, make it 160. Is that,
One
do you think
more,
that's
boys, come
the number that's in the dugout?
Well, it's much better than what they were looking at just after the power play. A little inside edge. And he's just gone straight down.
Hold it.
Tom Moore's just looking to work it through the offside. Yeah, straight down onto the left foot of Tom Banton. Oh, shouts of catch, but it's pretty flat. And just a single. But yeah, I think, Daggers, from the position they were in, you would suggest that actually, if they can have an excellent finish, obviously you'd hope that Montgomery can stay there. He's going nicely, 43 off 32. Moores as well, who has been in good form, played some really important innings for Nottinghamshire.
Get there, Luke.
And you just never know, do you?
And also, when you've still got plenty, they're back deep, the Outlaws. Imad Wasim, Steve Mullaney still to come, Calvin Harrison come back.
Oh, an excellent shot. Good piece of innovation from Montgomery. It's a great option as well. They did have two people on the offside, but in the ring, so he's intentionally gone over the top.
Just fabulous technique. The position he gets himself and allows the elevation to get over the infield.
Come on, let's get that. Let's see.
Just changing their field, they're just blocking off that reverse sweep option again. That one behind point has just come in front. Boundary rider out on the offside, has gone behind square now.
Hey!
He's gone for the conventional sweep, unable to connect, so a good finish. Finish slowly. 94 for 4. His full quota this evening. The death specialist has been very good for Somerset throughout the Vitality Blast campaign. 10 off his first over. Oh, good running from the Outlaws as well.
That's what you will get from Tom Moores. Saw him earlier hit a shot out to long on. He only got one for it, but he absolutely smoked it. Good timer of the ball. Expect the one in between the wickets to be expressed.
So come on then, Daggers, what's the difference? The Dragon, and what was the other one you said?
A Wyvern.
So what's the difference between the two? I'm sure everyone's desperate to know.
Well.
I was desperate to know.
Be that as it may, I'm not sure everyone is, but the Wyvern has 2 legs and 2 arms. Dragon has 4 legs. And I think in a mascot race, that's got to be a big advantage.
You know who I was worried about in the last mascot race? Well, first of all, Simon Doyle, because he was doing the commentary on it.
Hyperventilated.
He was. But then
I was with
old,
him. I didn't help him.
poor old Lanky, the giraffe of Lancashire, he was the one that I was most worried about. Full toss, shouts of catch, the missed opportunity. It would have been an excellent grab, but it's just gone straight through. Tom Abel again marshalling that leg side boundary. Let's go through for a boundary.
Well, if he doesn't grab it, it couldn't be caught. He's a fabulous fielder as Tom Abel. He made all the ground was going so quickly. Such a difficult chance.
Bordy's 50 up as well for Montgomery, but it's just given another chance, and this time it's taken. Overton has taken an amazing catch, running in from the boundary. How often do we see this? He's got such a good pair of hands. That is the wicket they wanted. Montgomery, he was just pressing that button.
But you cannot keep him out of the game. He bowled beautifully, 2 for 23, and having the speed to make the ground. It was in the air a long time, and that is a fabulously judged catch. High-class cricketer. Excellent knock from Matthew Montgomery, 51 from 38. He perishes 102 for 5.
Mullaney, 186 games, hugely experienced. Healthy strike rate for the captain, around that 139 mark. Back, he wanted the single, but sent back by Moores.
Little shimmy. You can see he just got it on the toe end. Great technique, sliding on his front, making sure that that ball doesn't jar out. So stretching the arms out in front. You know this better than anyone as fielding coach. Fabulous technique. 5 overs remain of this Notts innings. 103 for 5.
Lewis Gregory returns, made a real impression on his return to the side in the game, the last group game here against Kent, with bat and with ball, player of the match. It was a great comeback for him, having missed 3 games.
Which side? Tommy,
So both captains out in the middle. Lovely strike. Now Tom Moores has been in some good form coming into this game. Excellent bowling. Looks fit and strong, Lewis Gregory, getting the ball through nicely.
Just picking up Stephen Mullaney. He's talking to David Milnes at the non-striker's end, and I think I'm picking him up saying I don't think we've got enough here. So he can obviously judge being out there, and they're probably trying to get themselves to that 150, 160.
Oh no, simple catch. They fielded quite well, in fact more than quite well. Ben Green puts down a pretty simple catch.
Yeah, the only thing you can say is that the sun, I don't think it is, he's got a cap on. Got to take these. You have to take these, especially Moores. He's dangerous because he hits it in those pockets. Very strong over extra cover, mid-wicket regions. Got to take those chances. And I think listening to what Mullaney, just having a chat with David Milnes talking about, I think they realise they've got to get on with it now. They have to. Got to get to 150 minimum.
Look Looking at the Montgomery dismissal, I was off air and I was thinking to myself, why has he played that shot? You know, just got to 50. Sometimes you're buzzing a little bit and you're thinking, oh, I've got 50, big game, and then you lob the next one up and you're out walking off. May have been a bit of that. May also be the point you're making. I realise maybe they're a little bit behind and they've got to get on with it. Simple. Well, he had a life just a few moments ago, and that will not be dropped on this occasion. They're in a real pickle now. The Outlaws. Mulaney saying they're not perhaps where they'd like to be. That's not helping.
Yeah, he's gone full, hasn't he? He's gone full, realising that both these batters are looking to try and get boundaries. He tries to go for the scoop. I think it comes off the bottom of the bat. It's an easy catch for Sodhi. Somerset in control of this quarter-final at the moment. The dangerous Moors goes for 8. Notts in trouble, 108 for 6.
Keep an eye on the games that are going on as well. Surrey 150 for 3. Laurie Evans played beautifully, so be a decent run chase there for Lancashire. Oh dear, ouch, 29 for 6. Hawks defending champions. Very nicely. Rapids not so. Mind you, let's wait until Hampshire get bat in hand. It might be a tricky surface. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, we're not at Hampshire, but 29 for 6. I think I know who's winning that game. Yep. Whatever the surface is like.
Yep. Imad Wasim. I'm a little surprised, if I'm really honest, that he's this low in the order. At bottom there, 92, Islamabad United in the PSL. I was there for that game. It was eye-catching. A different situation for him now, and he's only got best part of 4 overs to bat.
He's a good player, but they need a little partnership here. What is the left?
Sure.
22 balls. Get 40. Gets them to 150. You still think that's not enough, but a chance.
That shouldn't be one. I think that should be one. You're 110 for 6. You're on top of the game. I know you're trying to save boundaries and you're sort of hanging a bit back on the edge of the circle, but you've got 2 players who just come to the crease.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit. I get it. Stick on the edge. Now I just think, do as a bowler basics. Want a ball here without a boundary. That's what you're thinking. Just give away 1. That's it. You're looking to take wickets, yes, of course, if you can. Be happy with just 1 a ball here.
Hammered away, but Overton in the deep has been outstanding. And an outstanding match so far. Great with the new ball. Good catch. Yeah, I mean, we disagree. I just don't think you give away easy singles. Yeah, fine, if the guy's on 56 or 60 and he's bossing the innings, yeah, sometimes get him off strike, give him an easy one. But you've got 2 players who are just trying to get what they can at the moment. Don't give them anything.
No ball free hit, he said.
You're hearing they're just checking whether it was a one short.
Short run.
Looks all right, doesn't it?
It's fine.
Absolutely fine. See, Corky, 1 run, crucial.
You're a bowler. I'm a bowler. You're a batter. Just different. I look
Absolutely.
at it from a lot of
point.
things. I just think if you're Somerset now, you're happy with giving 1s away. It's fine. absolutely fine. What you don't want now is just the momentum shift that sometimes happens towards the back end, where somebody like Imad Wasim comes in, Mulaney is there, and they get to that 40 runs, and then they get to that 150, and then all of a sudden, even though it shouldn't be enough, that team, as in Notts, just have that bit of momentum going into it. So cut the boundary option off, make them hit it out the park, you might get another wicket.
Finds the gap and finds the boundary. Not a bad delivery by any means, but good use of the angled bat and the boundary to finish the over. 118 for 6. Weekend of sport coming your way tomorrow and Sunday. British Grand Prix qualifying at 2:15 tomorrow, and race day on Sunday 1:30. Hammered, absolutely hammered, and just enough elevation. Boy, that was close.
Well, you need to have elevation to get over him as well.
The big lad.
Have the right fielders in those places, just gets it over. You called this, didn't you? Imad Wasim is a dangerous player. Got off to a start now in this over. 6 first ball, he's just got to keep going now. Green has to get it outside off stump, wide at him.
Wonderful shot, wonderful fielding. They might just check it. But Craig Overton, take a bow.
Take a bow, get him in. I mean, get him in the England side at the moment. Get him in the squad. Bowling well, fielding well. Surely, when you're in this sort of form. Every time I've watched him bowl this season, he's bowled with pace, he's fielded well, he's athletic, he's quick, he's strong.
Ben Green under a little bit of pressure. He is the leading wicket taker in the competition going into this game. And he's just feeling the pressure a little bit at the moment. Might have been a little unlucky as well. He didn't get a wild card pick, I don't think, for the 100. Ben Green, yet he's the leading wicket taker in the blast.
Now you can see what he's trying to do, go wide at him. Wide because of his setup. He wants to hit straight back over your head. He wants to go mid-wicket.
Smeared. And good work. Oh, they've been so good in the field. We'll talk a lot about the batting and the bowling. Don't forget the impact of their fielding tonight, Somerset.
Did you say smeared then?
Smeared. $11 runs from the over. 3 to go. Need a big over here. Sliced away and gets lucky. Not the middle of the bat on this occasion, just one. Dominic Cork is just saying bowl wide and going to sneak another. So Imad will stay on strike. Just a little sloppy.
Absolutely. Wide, pace off now and again as well. Just vary your pace. I mean, pace off, slower deliveries. Normal delivery full. Go wide, right in the hole to the left hander. So really full. Trying to pitch it right in the crease. And then pace off wide as well. So slower delivery.
One to go.
Hammered, absolutely hammered. Don't bother going anywhere near that because that's found the boundary as quick as you like. What an over that is for the Outlaws. They desperately needed it. 137 for 6, 2 to go. Now wickets are falling down at the Aegeus Bowl. We said earlier they're 29 for 6. Kashif Ali there, just losing his wicket. Not Jordan Cox. Ben Cox and Sam Curran. Brilliant catch. Dane Villas there in the deep. So wickets beginning to tumble, certainly down at the Aegeus Bowl. That's where we stand at the moment. 162 for 4. 39 for 6. That looks a real struggle for the Rapids at the moment. That game just half an hour after we started here, and Lancashire started as well. So that Hampshire game is about half an hour behind where we are here. Falls lucky again. Things just going the way of the Outlaws at the moment.
Yeah, look at the score as well. Just that little good over from Imad Wasim. He's 22 from 9 deliveries. You talked about you're surprised he didn't come in sooner. And now 138. Could they get another 20, 25? Then all of a sudden, then that momentum shift.
Yeah, I mean, I said it before it happened. Really, I just felt they got their order slightly wrong. I think they can use this lad a little better than they have.
You're not talking to me. Right there, sir. Sorry, Matt. Sorry, Amy, 1 second.
He's been exceptional again, Matt Henry. 1 for 16 from 3. Just over 3. Him and Sodhi. And Ben Green, they've got an Overton, they've got a bowling lineup that has been very productive for them. Slower ball, I think, and picked up and dispatched. Stephen Mullaney joining in the fun. Imad Wasim at one end and Stephen Mullaney, they're just powering the Outlaws into, well, not a desperate situation now if they get up above 160.
He picked it straight away. This is what Matt Henry does at the end. Wants to bowl slower deliveries wide. Wants to be hit on the offside, but Mullaney will go across and pick it. What has Henry got now?
Brave delivery, that. Excellent delivery in the end, but his field is not set for that ball. His field is not set for it, so it was a bit of a bluff.
He's built his beer, hasn't he?
I don't think he'll get away with that. Yeah, above the waist high, so free hit.
Well, it's not for a front foot, it's for height. And David Milnes gave it straight away. And what the question is can you refer this? Can the third umpire, who is Neil Bainton, can he have a look at it? The simple answer, no. Once square leg calls it on field, then it's a no-ball. And it's clear it's a no-ball. Even though the ball is going down, it's above waist high. Yeah. Free hit.
He was down. It is from a standing position, but I think that's a fair enough call. Free hit, so they'll just keep running, keep running. No, they couldn't even get back for the second, so he's got out of that pretty well.
That's good awareness by the fielder. Sometimes you forget when you're underneath it that you're taking the catch. You give them another single away. Catch it, get it in.
The thing is, the crowd were pretty on it as well, because there was no announcement here, and often they're so passionate here. They see a catch taken by one of their team, they're all up and cheering, but they realised that that was a free hit. Check whether there was any connection on there or not, but it's 11 runs from the over, 148 for 6, 1 to go.
I think that's a drop. I think that's a definite drop. Given a run, reverse sweep, not sure he should be doing that, just belt it out the ground. He gets straight off the face of the bat. Maybe did him for a bit of pace. Good spell though from Matt Henry, 4 overs, 1 for 27.
Your eyes are good, aren't they? Have you spotted that from here?
I've had operations they're done.
Really? Good effort, that.
Cataracts, both of them done.
Well, I think they're eyeing up 160 plus if they can get there. I think it's perhaps short of where they would hope to get to. The average score here this year is 159, so they're not going to be far off. Frustration for Imad Wasim.
Yeah, he's screaming at himself, isn't he? He thinks that should at least go for 4. I'm not sure he's getting that sort of length back over the bowler's head. Gregory with into his last over, bowled well, 2 for 26. What is Mullaney looking here? Is he looking to go over extra or straight?
Brave delivery. Brave delivery and rewarded.
Yeah, you're right, it is a brave delivery. And the other one there is to dart it right at leg stump.
I say brave because the field's not set for that. I think he followed the batter on that occasion. You only got to slice that away, it's 4. You see there, no third man, no deep point. Excellent bowling, so good. Cannot get underneath that at all, Lewis Gregory.
What do you do when you know he's bowling that length? What can you do as a batter? Can you walk down at him, go deeper? What would you do in this situation?
Well, you just look. I think the players these days see it differently to the way we did, Corky. You know, they don't so much worry about the field as we used to play the field and try and hit it where the fielders weren't. I think they've got so much more power and confidence now than we had. I'm not sure they worry too much about the field, but you look round and you know that third man is up and fine leg is up. So you're thinking, can he use the pace? Maybe slower balls are coming, plenty of slower balls. But is he brave enough to bowl that to Imad Wasim on 25 from 12? That's the problem. That is the only problem. It's a brilliant delivery. There's not much he can do.
Yeah, you just got to take it. That as a bowler, it's nearly a perfect Yorker. Because what you're trying to stop Imad Wasim doing is getting underneath it to get that elevation and height and distance. Just not quite full enough, is it? Hence why he gets the inside edge, runs away. 55 now, 2 balls left. Could get over 160.
That's a gem of an innings. 29 from 13. He's giving his side a little bit of hope. Invention. He's missed out there because Imad Wasim, I think he really fancies this last ball, but Mullaney's saying 1, and I think they probably could have got 1.
I don't think he needs to play that shot. I think he's so good to hit it down the ground. Just hit it down the ground. I think he's saying that to himself.
Yeah. I think he was thinking it might not be a slower ball. That's the problem. It was a slower ball. Harder to follow the ball when it's slower. Last ball.
Don't get that gut out on TV.
Brilliantly finished, and more good work in the outfield. Boy, they fielded well. They've put down the odd chance, yes, but generally the fielding has been high class. 159 is the average score batting first here, and it's the Outlaws who said we want to post a score in a quarter-final and put pressure on a side that has won 12 of their 14 group games. 157 is how they've ended up, and mainly due to, well, 49 from 25 in the partnership between Mullaney and Imad Wasim. On their spin options as well, Calvin Harrison, and it's not a ground really that suits spin generally, but this is a quarter-final and pressure will tell, and I think that's why they wanted to bat first. They will feel their light. 9 quarter-finals previously for Somerset, and they've won 7 of them. They have a very good record in quarter-finals. 13 quarter-finals for the Outlaws, and they've won just 6. So there's kind of good news and bad news in that, in the sense that Notts get to quarter-finals more often, 13 of them, but when Somerset do get to them, they generally win them. So a bit of pressure on Luke Fletcher. No Shaheen Shah Afridi. He's been terrific for the leading wicket taker, 22. He's gone back to Pakistan. Anton and Smead to get things going for the home side. Tom Kohler. Cadmore has been in excellent form as well. Their top order has been very dominant.
Certainly have been. Tom Banton and Will Smead have been extremely destructive. It will be Luke Fletcher, ball in hand. We were wondering if the Outlaws might stick to their strength, which is generally pace off in terms of Samit Patel. You'd imagine they're saying to Luke Fletcher, try and bowl that hard length that worked so well for Matt Henry and Craig Overton. Average power play score for Somerset is 58. Oh, nice start. Him off the mark. Smith has always been a talent who's been spoken about a huge amount, had a breakthrough season. First year of the 100, playing for Birmingham Phoenix. Hard-hitting, powerful. Nice work. I wonder how they're going to go about it, Nighty. Obviously their natural way is to be aggressive, to try and put the bowlers under pressure. You'd suggest that the total they're chasing is under par, but I just wonder how that will affect them, if it will affect them at all.
Well, you have a couple of choices, Liz, don't you? You know what the surface is doing, so sometimes you tailor your attack, if you like, to what the surface requires. If you feel the surface is good, you just play what the way that you know you trust and you're good at, and that's to be aggressive. I think that's plan A. If you feel the conditions don't suit that, then you perhaps just go to plan B. But I think the pitch is pretty good. I don't see why you wouldn't stick to plan A.
Yeah, I completely agree. You look at the runs that both Banton and Smead have scored, both over 400 runs. Striking at 153 for Banton, 183 for Will Smead. Well, both umpires have called it a no ball. And both umpires made the call, so just wanted to check that it was for height rather than overstepping. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. She just dragged it down. It was a no ball for height. If you look at the lineup that Somerset have as well, I went early when we were at the top of the show, Nighty, and I was very much thinking that the Notts Outlaws would be the team to go for. But I think when you go team for team, you look at the depth that Somerset have had, or they've got, it actually suggests that they've got more depth.
You might not be wrong, Liz. You might not be wrong.
That's a lovely strike from Banton. It's a feature that we see, the way that he plays. He uses his crease in control all the time. So first boundary for Somerset.
Super talented player. Been finding his best form for a little while now, but he's extremely gifted, particularly through that area. Sometimes that happens. Eye-catching a year or two ago and catch the attention of everyone. It puts you under a bit of pressure. You don't quite feel comfortable with it, and all of a sudden it just takes a little while to sort of recapture your best form and confidence. Deep point now in place, so fine leg has come up. The lure of the ramp shot.
Kind of an off-cutter to finish from Luke Fletcher. Nice steady start from the first over. There's that second season syndrome I think so many young players have when they do come onto the scene. Obviously Banton's been around a lot longer now. 24 years of age. Suddenly you do have that good year, the expectations are much higher and it takes a while for things to level out.
Also, Liz, when you grow up playing a sport, it might not be cricket, it might be any sport, you want to be the best, you love the game, you play it a lot. And all of a sudden when you do well at it, there's things that come with that you're not prepared for. Attention. And some people don't like the attention, some people don't feel comfortable with it. I'm not saying that's the case with Banton at all, but sometimes, you know, talk about second year syndrome, talk about technique, and you've been found out a little bit. Sometimes it's mentality. It just takes a while just to get used to the surroundings you're in, and the world you're now in. I've seen sportsmen just struggle with that.
Well, they have decided to go pace off. Imad Wazim into the attack. And straight away, looking for the reverse sweep and taken. Comfortable catch. Banton is standing his ground. Doesn't look as if the umpire is going to give it. The Outlaws are convinced that this has hit something.
10 seconds.
One team, one review for each side. They are going to send this upstairs just because of how convinced they all were.
Okay, we've got a player review for a catch. Original decision not out. I'm going to need to see front on first. Okay, I'm going to need to confirm with Ultra Edge whether there's any bat involved.
He'll check it. I think it was off his 4. Only off his 4.
Just waiting for Ultra Edge. Okay.
Let's go, boys! Come on, lads!
And then just run it through. Is Ultra Edge coming? Just to confirm. Yeah, there's a spike when the ball is close to the glove. David, I'm going to go back on field to you. I need you to change your decision and give it out, please.
Successful review for the Outlaws, and it is Tom Banton. He's been in excellent form and he's gone for 6. Somerset 9 for 1. A while for Banton, the TV umpire, to make that decision. Always best to double check it and make sure. Cola Cadmore arrives at the crease and makes the move down from Yorkshire. Pretty settled now at Somerset. 450 runs so far this season. Excellent strike rate. 4-1.
Yo, that's lovely bowling, Innie. Lovely bowling, Innie.
Opponents, these two. In Pakistan Super League, a little bit against each other. If they held him back with the bat, I'm pleased that they haven't held him back with the ball, Imad Wasim. He does this quite a bit. He does open the bowling with the new ball.
Oh, yeah, boy.
And he just mixes up his pace so well. Generally bowls quicker than a lot of left-armers.
Bowling, Innie.
Two deliveries there that kind of sum up how he bowls. One at 51, one at 58. He just makes it tough for batters just to line him up.
Joey, well done, Joey.
A little bit of turn, but Cadmore unable to get the ball away. The offside field is up in the ring.
Oh dear, Liz.
Is that a bit of U19?
Yeah, no. I struggle getting up here in the pod. It's about 2 steps.
Well, straight through. Wasim in the action. Excellent contribution with the bat, and now ball in hand, and Taunton is silent. They've just seen the second Somerset wicket to fall. This time, Cola Cadmore.
Yeah, 2 really big scalps for Imad Wasim. Tom Banton, and that just sliding through. May have been via the bottom edge, but he mixes pace up and he's so hard to target Imad Wasim. And that is a real dent for Somerset. We've lost a couple of early wickets. Key man Cola Cadmore goes without scoring 9 for 2.
Well, the home side, Somerset, struggling 9 for 2. Excellent over, just being bowled. Excellent with ball in hand, bat in hand as well. Really is making a vital contribution to the Nottinghamshire Outlaws. He picks up his pace nicely. As you mentioned it. 51 and 58. First one to go was Tom Banton, a glove. It was referred because it wasn't given originally. Straight through from Cola Cadmore, unable to make the connection. And now Jake Ball into the attack, and the Outlaws going pace on again.
He's been good, Jake Ball, for Notts. He hasn't played a lot of the competition. He's played in the last sort of section of it, last half, if you like. 14 wickets leading into the game, I think. But, he and Shane Shah Afridi got 22 wickets, were kind of leading the way with the quicker bowlers.
fine, full enough, but just looks as if it was always shaping down the leg side.
Bit of symmetry as well. I don't know how you see it, but you look at Overton and the success Overton had from the river end bowling length. Jake Ball would be the type of bowler you'd expect to bowl in a very similar fashion. All that sort of length, hitting top of off stump. One of his strengths.
Yeah, that's the length that works on this pitch. We saw when the Outlaws were losing their wickets, it was that hard length. They obviously had a bit of extra pace as well, but anything full, you think as a batter you need to be capitalising on it, and that's actually what the Outlaws did well when they got those couple of partnerships going with Patel and Matthew Montgomery, and then at the back end, anything slightly full, I think you're thinking that's the one we really need to try and attack. That's a lovely looking shot, possibly the shot of the day in terms of technique, and a much needed boundary for Somerset.
Cool. That was some shot. That really was. High class from Tom Abel. Not a huge amount wrong with the delivery. You might say it was fractionally full, but look at that. Any young kids watching want to know how to play the off drive, just keep an eye on that.
It's just enforced a field change as well. They have got protection now on the offside. He's just dragged his length back.
I think he's the type of bowler, Lids, that if you're brave enough and the scoreboard allows you and you're feeling good about your game, you can get down to him. You know the length generally he's going to bowl. It's just whether you're brave, a little bit like Hale's approach to Overton. You look at the game situation and where you are as a player, but you know most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time it's going to be good length.
With a short delivery, but equal to it from Abel. Nice way to finish the over. 9 runs coming from it. Somerset 18 for 2.
There's a good example there as well, actually, because the 3 balls, that lovely cover drive for 4, the next ball was a slower ball, the following ball was a short ball. You know, it's what happens when you play such a lovely shot as Abel did. You get rewarded for the next couple of balls because the bowler goes away from what actually his strength is. You go to plan B and plan C and you've got picked two boundaries. 50 for 1. Poor Butler's, well, he's not flying, but he's in at the moment. 138 required from 90 and, well, struggling yet further, the Rapids. They're 100 up, but they're 8 down. 2.5 or so overs to go there. That's going to be a cracking game. Lancashire against Surrey there.
Nice and tight,
with the runs on the board, not having lost there for 3 years against a Surrey side who have just fallen away a little bit in the last few games, but so gifted and so talented.
Just throwing down the left side, a free shot really for Will Smeed. Welcome boundary. Move on to 22 for 2. Just gone on with the arm. We've spoken about how he just mixed up his space, his pace. I'll get my words out, but it's just on with the arm on that occasion. Easy pickings for Smeed.
No run.
Again, mixing up the pace, but this occasion, Will Smeed able to go offside. Again, maybe an example of a little bit of overcompensation from the bowler.
One of the gladiators, PSL, Smeed up against Wazim. The Karachi Kings, so they will play it against each other a little bit. Smeed has just picked him off.
Nicely played again this time, a much more conventional sweep. And even though there's protection out there, this is turning into the over Somerset needed. 3 boundaries in a row now.
Counter punch, isn't it?
Talking about it in the first innings as well, something that Somerset with their bowlers. They didn't chop and change. Obviously, this occasion, Nazim coming on for his second, bowled so well. Now I just wonder if Somerset are going to target him.
Yes, bowl boy. Bowl him in. Yes,
Speeds of 49, 52, 62 miles an hour.
3-4, lads. That middle order. Get that middle order out here, man. Wait. Yes, Jake. Nice, Jake. Yes, Imi. Lovely, Imad. Lovely, Imi. Go, boy.
Just hearing Worcester 100 all out.
3-4,
Nathan
lads.
Ellis has picked up 4. Last time we were there, they were 100 for 8, 100 all out.
No.
4 overs gone. Somerset 31 for 2. That game tonight. Here are the Worcestershire wickets to have fallen. Nathan Ellis, how dangerous is he? Pretty much won the game for the Hampshire Hawks in the final, bowling that brilliant last over. And now he's doing it in the quarter-finals. You can see how much that means to the Hampshire Hawks. So they're in a very good position. 101 runs needed for them to win. And Lancashire Lightning against Surrey. Lancashire, they need 131 more runs to win, 84 balls. Stephen Croft is still there, 20 not out.
No! Hey, boy.
Ed Pollock and Asana Mir. Asana Mir is a very, very good leg spinner, Pakistan. But, he's done a pretty good job for them there. 70 partnership, the rest managed just 30 between them.
Be interesting to know what the wicket's like up there. I too obviously won't know, but sometimes when you see a scorecard like that, you just wonder.
Corky's called it. He said at 26 or whatever, he said, well, that's it. 26 for 6. Hampshire, he knows better than anybody else. He played there.
Pace off the order of the day for ball. Look at the same stage and where the Outlaws were in the 5th over. They were 23 for 3, so those early wickets really did put a dent into their, I guess, their early part of the innings. Somerset now obviously 34 for 2. They know what they have to get as well. That's the key. In a way, they can control this run chase. Just over 8 and over from here. Well, that's true. I don't think that was where Tom Abel wanted the ball to go, but either way, he's found a way.
I think he opened the face a little bit, let's see, but I don't, as you say, I don't think he's meant to go quite as fine as that. Just gets a little lucky, just squirts off the middle outside edge.
Just the dot coming from that last ball. Somerset 38 for 2.
beautiful evening. Absolutely stunning evening here in Taunton. We have a game on our hands, 38 for 2. Somerset chasing 158. Luke Fletcher, change of ends. Started at the river end, has now swapped round to the Marcus Trescothick pavilion end for the last over in the power play. A little bit like last night, isn't it, this game? When we thought Birmingham hadn't got enough, they didn't in the end, but it ended up being an absolute thriller. They have 2 wickets, Notts. And this crowd just a little bit sedate at the moment. Oh, gets it past. Gets it past, it's a chase. Holly Munro just pulls it back in.
And more shots like that. Get them in better spirits. Fairly confident that Munro heaved this back.
Sorry.
Yep, no problems. Good piece of work.
Centre, Tom.
Yeah, I think there was a little element of worry with those first 2 wickets falling so swiftly.
Good to see Luke Fletcher back into the game. Easy for me to say that. Not played T20 cricket this year so far, first game.
Luke Batches.
Oh, I love Luke. He's worked really hard throughout his career. Hustle and bustle. Remember that real terrible blow he got at Edgbaston where the ball came back at him. He's out of the game for a long time with that split in his head. He's a character.
I played alongside him in Nottingham League, Papplewick and Limby, when he was just a young'un. He was a character then, let me tell you. Bulwell bomber. Safely home.
Lovely Fletchy boy, lovely Fletch.
Well, I played against him as well. That's how long he's been around. Played first-class cricket. Frustrated. I think he got 60 or 70 at the GS Bowl. He kept chipping it everywhere and laughing. Can you imagine how I took him laughing at me? 39-year-old grumpy man. And he just came in and laughed at me. Slower bouncing. He's bowled that well.
That's the one. Jesus Christ. That's the one.
Well cut down as well.
Well,
Tom Abel. But he's really developed his game over the years, becoming one of the integral parts of Nottinghamshire's white ball success, along with Harry Gurney.
I tried to get him on loan. I was Derbyshire coach. He wasn't in the Nott side, and spoke to Mick Newell, and I just didn't want to release him. We didn't get him.
no.
Good end to finish the power play. Somerset 44 for 2.
Let's take a look at the first 6 overs. Started nice enough, and then Imad Wasim into the attack. You just see Tom Banton walking off there, he kind of knew. Then soon after, Tom Kohler-Catmore had one skip through. Since then though, Will Smead and Tom Abel hit 3 fours apiece. So, similar time, Notts were 37 for 3. Somerset find themselves 44 for 2. But now the fielding restrictions can be relaxed, and I'll be intrigued to see how they go against the plethora of slower options for Nottinghamshire.
Yeah, and this is where Notts have been so good, or have been so good for a number of years. This middle period now where Patel and Mulaney have bossed it through bowling. Obviously his left arm spin, Mulaney at the other end with his slower deliveries and out the back of the hand, off cutters, off spinners. Hence why they were delighted that he got through that fitness test. Even though it's not normally a good place to bowl spin here, you look at the stats and runs per over, and he's such an experienced cricketer. Samit Patel, you think that if Somerset can get on top early, that may be the key to go through to finals day. Notts are thinking 2 wickets from here. Put 2 wickets on it right now, next 2 overs.
No, yeah, Sammy. Lovely Sammy, lovely Sammy.
Just have this feeling. Looking at the surface out there, it's dry, it's pretty bare.
Yes, Sam.
I don't think it's going to be easy, even though the statistics tell you that spin goes.
No. Well done, Tev. Yes, Tev.
No, with this Nottinghamshire attack, Calvin Harrison, you've got Imad Wasim, who we've already seen, Samit Patel, Stephen Mulaney, I think could be trouble.
This is in the gap, right in the middle of the 2 fielders. Hales gets it. Big long levers gets them down. No runs today for Alex Hales.
You hexed him, didn't you?
Yep.
One.
Gap, push for 2. And we'll get 2 as well. Where'd you go now then? Daggers, other end. Does he go to himself as Mulaney, or does he go another spin option?
No, I'd go Mulaney. There's a little hybrid of all sorts that he's got. Keeper up. Just manoeuvred by Abel into the offside to conclude the 7th over. 50 up for Somerset, 51 for 2 they are at the end of the 7th.
Find the base. Bowling. Find the base.
7 overs gone. 51 for 2. Somerset chasing 158 to get through to finals day next Saturday. Big crowd. You were asking for Stephen Mulaney. He's gone for the other spin option. Calvin Harrison, 38 wickets, good economy, 7.69.
But I don't doubt that Stephen Mulaney now will not be afraid to chop and change.
One. Lovely Calvin, lovely Calvin.
Showed bowling today. 22 off his 4 overs, difficult to get away.
Oh, Calvin, yes, Calvin.
Nice, that's
lovely
really
Cal.
good. Keep your eye on this leg spinner, Calvin Harrison. I think he's a good bowler. Gutsy, he's a tall lad. Seen him bowl on numerous occasions for Notts.
Well done, Jake. Well done, Paulie.
We saw yesterday. Fabulous between the Holly stand and Daniel Sams. Jake Ball has got the locals to keep him company out on the popular side.
Oh boy, one Barry.
The gap, Hales is trying to stop 2.
Take him,
direct hit will be close. May still be close. I'll have to have a look. Good piece of fielding from Hales, one-handed. They think it's out.
Tell you what, this is close. It always looked at. We had a great view from the pod. The Hales pick up. It was clean, flat throw, accurate. Easy.
It's so good from Alex Hales this, because he attacks it, he watches, it's off balance, and it's a massive wicket for Notts. Given out.
come on.
And they are up for this fight, Nottinghamshire. End of Will Smeed. He goes for 22. Somerset 54 for 3.
This is superb. It really is. I mentioned that ball's coming towards us in the pod, and you see him advance. Beautiful pickup, and look at the trajectory of the flow. Flat, accurate, and we saw it, the turn for the 2, and immediately we just had a thought that could be a struggle.
He's actually smiling at me because after interviewing him, he gets out for North. I'm just, pleased something's happening for him now. This was so good from Hales. Really good. He attacked the ball one-handed. What was also good was Calvin Harrison was in front of the stumps to take and use the momentum of the ball. And all of a sudden now, a bit more pressure on the home team.
One! Yes, Barry.
Again, look at Hales. Straight in attacking. I know this is the period now that they normally put teams under pressure. Right now.
Come on, lads.
Just watch this.
You're going to get a wobble on here. You're having a wobble on here.
Taps the ball.
One, Barry. Yes,
Maybe Smeed is a little bit slow.
Take him, Cal.
Watch how he takes it in front, uses momentum. It's so good.
Come on here. Use pressure on this lad, Cal. Your one.
Good over as well. 5 runs from it and that runner. 8 overs gone. It's 56 for 3.
Sean Buxton coming in to join Tom Abel. So this is what's occurring in the other quarterfinals up at Old Trafford. Surrey setting Lancashire 188 to win. Lancs going nicely. Butler 41 not out. The halfway stage. Lancashire on the course. Hampshire versus Worcestershire. Well, Worcestershire all at 100. Hampshire 11. So they've already got a tenth of it inside the first over. Thanks to James Vince.
They've just lost a wicket actually. Hampshire. Donald is out.
Yeah. I'll have another run out.
So 11 for 1.
You were talking about the squeeze that Nottinghamshire have now.
Just watch here. Absolutely.
Is your squeeze bowler, isn't he?
Absolutely. Look at Imad Wazim, who's backward point, he's close. Mulaney extra cover, close.
Yo, Sammy!
And then leg side, because you want to work Samet to the leg side. Keep your eye on Alex Hales, who's at mid-on. I think he's just slightly off, so they can't just push it in the hole. There's I think it's Jake Ball at quite a square deep mid-wicket, so he's more square leg, and then there's a sweep man. There is that leg side.
It's noticeable as well that Hales is going long on to long on.
Yeah, he does that all the time. But get your best fielders in the pressurised areas. Clark is at long on, long off. Hales long on as well.
Yes, Sammy.
There he is, having a laugh with the crowd.
Yeah, Sam. There's a nervous thing, lads. Panic on there, lads. 9 and over, lads. 9 and over.
Original rate was just under 8. It's closing in on 9. Still comfortable.
1.
A little bit like last night. One of these two players, Dixon or Tom Abel, just has to be that senior player and say, right, I'm going to be here 17th over. And if there has to be a risk, another player will take it. But I'm going to be that senior player. A little bit like Lawrence, Sam Hain.
Ball.
61 for 3, 9 gone. Big wicket at the Emirates, Old Trafford. Butler out. Moriarty with a wicket. Evans with the catch. And then Aaron Donald caught behind. So Worcestershire trying to fight their way back into that game. Lancashire chasing 188, 98 for 2. And Hampshire trying to chase down that 101. They're 13 for 1.
Come on, lads, all on their shoulders this.
Good young quick bowler out of
All on
Finch.
their shoulders this.
He's going to be doing a lot more work at New Road with Dylan Pennington and Josh Tong both signing 4 knots next season.
Big appeal. This is a big appeal given out on field. They have got a review, but he's happy to walk off. A reverse sweep again, we've seen that.
10 seconds.
With Knott's first wicket, he's decided not to have a look at it. It's a massive wicket for Notts.
No review.
Well, it looked good right from the off. It's full of length. Straight in front, probably clattering into leg stump. Was given out by David Milnes. Even had they reviewed it, at worst you feel it was umpire's call.
One more, eh?
Dixon
One more, come on.
perishes to the leg spin of Harrison. He goes for 4. Somerset 61 for 4.
Having a wobble, lads.
Now the home side, you can hear the fans trying to get behind captain who's just come to the crease, Lewis Gregory. Few words now. Tom Moores with a smile on his face.
Chat out in the middle. Just heard some of the conversation. They're having a wobble. That's what was Nottinghamshire chat.
You don't need to be told that when you're 61 for 4 that you're having a wobble. It's obvious, look at the scoreboard.
Imi, straight at one.
Again tight, look at the 4 fielders now in the circle, mid-wicket, tight, extra cover, tight. 2 fielders behind square, tight, no easy singles. Let's have a look at this LBW giving out on field. Remember that Somerset had a review. Does it pitch in line? Yes, no, outside. Had the review.
Their dugout's feeling the pinch here, lads.
Should have reviewed it.
Yeah!
Is this an underedge? Is this an underedge? Given out. He's walked off Tom Abel. Notts are in control of this quarter-final. Somerset 5 down.
What an over this has been so far. Calvin Harrison. Excellent catch, Moores. Especially a little under edge, and he was off. He knew. That confirms it. No doubts about that one. And you could hear a pin drop around the county ground here at Taunton.
Turn the screw even more now, lads.
How different it would be
Turn it right up, boys.
had Dixon reviewed it.
Keep turning it up, lads. Turn up. Come on, lads. They're not used to it here.
62 for 5 then. Somerset chasing that 158. Crowd have gone quiet. You're right, Charles Dagnall. Some pressure now on the captain Lewis Gregory and Ben Green. Powerful player.
Turn the screw in. Come on, lads. Their dressing room isn't used to going through, Cal. Go on one.
Good sides know when they haven't quite got what they wanted to, how to fight back in. Notts, that's why they've been a successful side. 64 for 4 they were at Somerset in the game against Gloucester. I did here. They were under massive pressure. Of course, Gloucester a different side. They went on to win that game.
Judge him all!
Part of that. But at the moment, it's all Notts. We still haven't seen the captain, Stephen Mullaney, yet. I don't think he needs to change it, does he? 2 wickets in this over.
Yes, Calvin. Yo, Cal,
What an over. What an over. This is bubbling up beautifully. We're halfway, 10 overs gone, 63 for 5.
Well, Dominic Court talked him up. And he has helped himself to a couple. That one, Dixon should have reviewed it. Had the review available. He thought he was gone. Pitched outside leg. And one brings two. Abel with the under edge. And may, well, the Somerset faithful shake their heads. 10 overs gone, the halfway stage. They need 95 from 60.
Come on, lads, pressure it. Get him, Delta!
Beautifully set up. Side that has won 12 of the 14 group games in the top of the South group are under pressure. Well, they know how to win. Up against a side that are fighting hard. They haven't played their best cricket in truth throughout the competition, the Outlaws. And they have match winners.
Catch it! Don't mind it.
Wonderful strike. Calm as you like from the skipper.
He's an excellent striker because of the context of the last few balls that we've just had. Obviously a couple of wickets to fall in the 10th over. Gregory maybe just saying, I'm still going to try and take you on. Run rate, just over 9 and over now.
1-1, Monty!
That time. Knots have just been true to their method. They batted first. That's not the way generally sides go here. Last 23 games, it's the first time it's happened. Normally sides put the opposition in. Knots do it a slightly different way. And they do trust their spinners as well. And again, this is not a ground that has been hugely rewarding to spinners. They do it their own way, and we'll find out whether it's going to be successful pretty shortly, really.
Come on, T! Mono! Let him reverse. Take the pot. Catch it! Oh, Sonny, there we go. Back
It's
for
a bit
6,
on the
lads.
surface there.
Back for 6, 10 and over. 10 and over, lads.
Played beautifully on his return to the side in the last game against Kent just a few days ago. Player of the match, runs and wickets.
1-1.
Good over for Somerset. 10 from it, 73 for 5.
Is that 11 or 12 on there? 11 gone. Come on, lads, 10 and over, switch on here. Yes, Cal.
Third over, Calvin Harrison, 2 for 7, outstanding.
Catch one baz,
2.
throw it, run out.
Try at least, wide of Hales who does well.
Yeah, Hales has been good out there in the deep, and he just makes subtle changes depending on which batter is on strike. When Will Smead was in earlier, he was straighter. When Abel was in, he just came slightly squarer. So just always thinking about the game. Obviously affected that run out as well.
Finds the gap huge rule. They've been pretty quiet. They're a very passionate crowd here. They've seen a lot of success. They expect a lot of success.
Yeah, as you would expect, it is a sellout as well. Keen to see their side try and chase this poster down, of course. I wonder when Green will perhaps try and go over, maybe try and get ahead of the game at the moment. 80 or 52 balls.
Well done, Cal.
And there's a different dynamic to this Notts side. Now, when you're playing against them and you're in a run chase, you're thinking Shaheen Shah Afridi. Now, Shaheen Shah Afridi's not playing in this game. He's returned back to Pakistan. If you're playing at 79 for 5 here for 11 and a half, and you know Shane Sharafidi at this point would have 2 overs still to go, then you would play this situation slightly differently.
Catch it! Oh, one,
as it is, you're not potentially as worried about the required rate because you know it's going to be tough against Shane Sharafidi. So you can manage your run chase just a little differently.
Turning over here, lads. Come on, lads. All on their dressing room here. All on their dressing room. Catch it! Yes,
Ease its way through. Good work. Good work in the deep. Imad Wasim is not happy. He didn't see it. He's right. We've got the same angle as we have. We're right behind you, Imad. It's not easy. The sun is right in your eyes. You didn't pick that up very well. Yeah, you can see where we are. We're positioned right behind where Imad Wasim was.
Oh, bowling. Great bowling.
Excellent finish to the over. 8 from it. 81 for 5. 8 to go.
Thinking a run chase as well, 90. You're thinking as a batting side, try and take the game deep because I think there's a bit of a tipping point and that pressure, even though you might be slightly behind the run rate, suddenly the pressure is back on to the bowling side. Mistakes can creep in as well.
So that last night, didn't we? David was doing exactly that. He knew he was short, but he was trying just to hold the innings till the end rather than bring that field up and create the error. He was hoping for the longer game. Easier thing to do as a captain. Understandable thing to do as a captain.
Nice and tight, Sammy. Nice and tight, Sam.
13.
Squeeze here, 10. Go, no run. Sam. Sam in there, Sammy. All in there, Sammy. Let's have a dive in there, Sammy. Nothing to lose with a dive, Sam. Come on him. Sammy, not too straight. Get it, Ted. Great work, Jimmy. Great work, Jimmy. Play.
It's long on to long on, and that is purely because, well, it's very good field, good hands, but very tall. You generally get your taller players at long on at the end of the innings, particularly. Oh, gets lucky there. A little quicker from Imad Wasim. So skipper is being specific about where his field places and field positions are. And say amount of times that just goes over long on. You need your taller fielders in that position.
No run, jump down, Sammy down.
Yeah, we saw it in the first innings as well. Craig Overton obviously out in the deep, the long on boundaries. He is an excellent fielder. He took some good catches this evening. He does it consistently.
Key moment in the game this, you just feel it's building. Imad Wasim is back in the attack, just 3 runs from 4 balls, required rates up above 10. Key moment that's just to relax a little bit for the home fans.
Well, this is such a good shot from Gregory, mainly because he's played that off the back foot, or at least from the crease, so he's not been able, he hasn't advanced down, he's just hung back in his crease, so to generate that power down the ground, excellent.
It's a pretty special shot. Just realising the game situation.
No.
Quicker again from Imad Wasim. He doesn't want to see that go back over his head. 90 for 5 from 13. Big wicket up at Old Trafford. Lancashire will bat in hand.
Comfortable, did he, Liam Livingstone?
Sun on the right. Liam Livingstone not quite finding the boundary. In fact, getting nowhere near the boundary in the end. A lot of bat speed. What a battle that is. Sun on the Rhine against Liam Livingstone. That game is Well, it has plenty to play out, that is for sure. 57 from 33, they're 3 down. Croft has played really well, in fact has played well throughout the competition. 131 for 3, 30 for 1. That looks a little bit more straightforward for the Hawks with the skipper at the crease.
Come on, lads. Good twist there, lads.
The skipper's out there in the middle here as well. Mullaney bowling his first over, he's held himself back. The spinner's doing the job for him, but he feels the need now to come in.
No run. Immediate bowler.
Shouldn't be one. Should never be
one.
Oh. In the end, a scrambled one.
Take one of them, lads. Take one of them, lads.
These are the things that would just give the home side a little bit of momentum every time. If they're not finding the boundary, just rotating that strike. Continue to put knots out those bowlers under pressure.
I reckon that would have been out with a direct hit.
Yo, one.
It's 2 again. Trying to scamper back. Should just settle for 1. Harrison in the deep does well. Just a little tension there. You can feel it at the ground. You feel it with the supporters and the crowd. You know that this game is on a knife edge at the moment.
One. Half an hour. Great work, Tev. Great work, Baz.
Yeah, you can see what Mullaney's trying to do. Obviously, pace off, generally military medium, so looking to defend straight and square of the wicket. No need to have protection behind the bat.
Catch it!
Oh, through the offside this time. Good work. Somerset were excellent in the field. And the Outlaws are going to need to be as well. Montgomery plays so well with the bat to try and set things up.
Yeah, because of that pace-off, it's just easier to hit the ball straighter.
Yes, Neil.
Good work by Montgomery. Just manages to drag it back in.
Oh, you watch, go, Tev.
1-2 this time. They're desperate for 2.
Calvin.
And coming back for 2. That is a desperate dive. That would have been mighty close. The game is a bit like that. It is a bit on a knife edge. Take what you can when you can.
I think it was the right option. I think they had to come back from 2. Whether that was a direct hit, if it would have been out, who knows?
That was in the air a little bit there. I'm not sure where. It would have been mighty close. Mullaney's over here just gives him an option or 2 later on in the remaining overs. Doesn't have to bowl all his 5 bowlers their full allocation. Just gives him a bit of breathing space. 7 from it. Good over. 97 for 5. Sport to look forward to over the weekend. Tomorrow qualifying in the British Grand Prix at 2:15. Race day on Sunday 9:30.
Sammy, I'm feeling a panic shot
Last over, so he's going to bowl his full allocation. One of his frontline bowlers doesn't have to bowl the full allocation because Mullaney's bowled 1. Samit is one of the chosen ones.
Yeah, boy. Sammy, keep using it.
Huge roar for a wide.
No run. Yes, boy. There's a panic shot coming here, Sammy. Sammy, you don't need to
Somerset
change.
will also be having to have the conversation of which bowler they feel they can get after. Run rate now over 10s.
Yeah!
Big appeal. There was a noise. I think it was bat on ground.
Yes, Sam. Yes, Sam.
Good take, but intention's clear from Samit Patel. He's trying to hide it a little bit outside off stump.
catch it!
And Green just realising that coming across.
Yeah.
Skipper.
There's a panic shot coming here, Sam.
He's just gone the up again, just under 11s. He'll be aware of that. Lovely strike. What a strike. A pure strike. Alex Hales is there ready, but it's no chance.
I think this is the best option. Gregory especially, just keep looking to go straight, even though there are the boundary riders out there. He's good enough, he's powerful enough to make good connection. Stays nice and still.
One of the first four. Just realising the game situation.
Yes, Sammy, that's a boy.
Full and wide again.
Lovely that, Sammy. Take us to 11s here. Take us to 11s here.
I'm pretty sure that's going to have to be bowled again. May well be taken.
Throw it!
Yeah, thought so. You could see that was way above waist height. Everybody knew it, and it will be a free hit, and it might be a game-changing moment too.
Just looked as if he tried to give it a little bit of extra pace on that one. That's why it was a no ball, the release point.
Bold.
Cool, that is a brilliant comeback from Samit Patel. 12 runs though have come from his final. Over 109 for 5.
Lads, that's how close it is.
Calvin Harrison, who bowls so beautifully, 2 for 15 for this group. The equation 49 from 30. I feel the tension all around Taunton. Green and Gregory needed the killer G's. Watch it sail over his head.
Yesterday we had drama. Today there's drama. 43 from 29 for Somerset. Partnership now 53 from 35 between Green and Gregory. They came together at 62 for 5. And their team under big pressure now. Pressure's back on Knotts and Calvin Harrison.
Yo, there we go. There we go, Cal. It's a rate fly here, Calvin. Take us back to 10 and over.
28. Green has been a standout with the ball this summer in Vitality Blast.
Go, run!
Well, they were above 10s, weren't they, until Lewis Gregory hit that 6
That's one mistake here.
Samit Patel. Then we've just seen Green hit Harrison for a 6, so all of a sudden now under 10s, 42 from 27. Batting side favourites at the moment. Stick another wicket on it. Knotts back in it.
No.
Gregory's played a little jam here. It's 32 from 23. What?
Goes up with a 1 now, Calvin.
After this one, got 4 to go. Fletcher's got 2, Ball's got 2. Do you go pace?
Well, more balls at the end, definitely.
Do you use him, Adwazim?
And that's his option now. Experience.
Going to push 2 here. Yeah, perfectly bisected. right from the off. Gregory at the non-striker's end. Set off for 2, made it home.
You're right in the middle of deep mid-wicket, and Alex Hales, who's at long on. The Somerset fans are right behind their side now.
Little flutter from Harrison. His evening's work is done. His 4 overs, 2 for 26, with 40 to go, 120 for 5. From 4 overs the equation. Samit Patel just looked like he jarred a finger. Climax has come on in his stead.
Yeah, and obviously it was an injury doubt going into this game. It's nothing to do with that. I know Graham Lloyd and David Milnes got together, checked what injury it was. It's a finger injury. Hence he's allowed a sub-fielder, I think is Conor McCurr. Now that you talked about the options, he's gone to ball now. I think Mullaney is an experienced captain. I think he realises now this over, if he can get a wicket, put Somerset back under pressure.
Slow ball to start, up and over, it's going to spin on, and spin on for 4. They always say get a boundary off the first. Somerset have done just that.
Yeah, 2 fielders up behind square. He's going to change his field now. He's going to put the 2 fielders, going to put 1 back at a deep point, or quite a square third. He looks like he wants to go wide because he knows Green and Gregory want to try and pull it towards the leg side. So there's now 2 fielders out on the offside square and a long off as well.
Up in the town centre, had he connected?
I just want another tight game like last night. I love it when sides go all the way down to the wire. Essex and Birmingham going head to head. Essex in control of the game, and Birmingham came back. We thought, was Birmingham going to win? And 6 to win the game. What have we got in tonight?
Just be 1. 5 from the first 3, 33 from 21. Be right. You can see with every shot that's played, the reaction from the crowd, and then it's back to quiet.
Well, look, 33 from 21. Lewis Gregory and Green with the 63 partnership. They think this game is done now.
It's gone high. Who's underneath it? Joe Clark converging then. Just lands. He was never really reaching.
Well, I'm surprised that Lewis Gregory has gone to hit it out the ground. When I'm saying the game is done, they don't really need to hit every ball boundaries. There's so many big gaps now. Leg side, offside. Get it in the gap, this runs away.
Has it gone on with that? No. Just on the far side from where we're watching. There's been a good comeback from Jake Ball after the first ball boundary. Other games going on. Hampshire 52 for 2 after 7.1. Require another 49 runs to win. And as for Lancashire, 29 from 12. Stephen Croft, the evergreen Stephen Croft. Just got out. Excellent response from Jake Ball. After that opening boundary, 8 runs from the over, 17 gone, 128 for 5. So 30 from 3 overs. Just hearing that Stephen Croft has departed. Tight game up at Old Trafford between two big guns in Lancashire. Sorry, Essex already there. Probably watching at home, relaxing. 29 from 11 deliveries. Not one Southern team in the final with Essex. It looks as Surrey and Hampshire join them. Big over. They're all big overs, but Imad Wasim returning.
Yes, Imad. One.
Get him.
Just be one.
Hold on. One over, lads. Yes, Buzz.
So that's what's on the leg side. Long on, deep mid wicket.
Touch it.
Dragged across, but Harrison's there.
Good work, Cal.
Been in this situation, Imad Wasim, hugely experienced.
Well, they're just trying to get underneath him. They know if they can get underneath him with his pace, it's going out the ground. If they don't quite get it right, it's going straight up in the air.
Oh, yes.
Trying to bang him down the ground. Just wonder with the pace that he's bowling if an option is those little paddles. Third and fine up inside the circle. You get in a yard either side, it's away for 4.
Go on.
That's well bowled.
Imad, outstanding, Imad.
Dealing in singles here.
But at the moment, this over has brought Notts back into this game because it's only gone for 4 singles. Gregory now thinking boundary. What are my options straight down the ground? Can I get underneath him, over extra?
Catch it.
He's thinking, whack it across the line and whack it big. Just going off. 6. Lewis Gregory got the timing right. There's the boundary they needed.
Yeah, he stayed deep, didn't he? Got low, stayed deep, got underneath. Maybe went to the left ball. Imad Wasim. It's the 6 they need. I think he's going to go again. And they're trying to hit out the park again.
One.
He's content. Just a little bit quicker from Imad Wasim. The 11 that they've got. 139 for 5 with 2 overs to go.
Catch it.
It's that length delivery. It's rid of that left leg, opens himself up. And even though he's hitting it to the bigger side here, it is rocking here in Taunton, I can tell you now. 19 from 12 deliveries.
Big screen just showed, make some noise for Somerset. Usually the penultimate over is the big one. Hammering down the ground. Here's a very good cricketer. Somerset captain, 19 from 12. He's striking at just under 150, and here's Jake Ball. Chase on in the deep, just get back for 2. So what's a good result for both sides here? Penultimate over.
Well, for Somerset, simple. Get as many as possible, match done. Looking for boundary, you can see that trying. If you're chasing, you're always trying to do it in the second to last over, take the pressure off. For Notts, it's trying to stop that boundary.
Slapped away. 4 runs. Just set up nicely. And Gregory is making those around Taunton shake their thing.
Just a little bit predictable from Jake Ball because he likes to bowl that slower ball. And I think Lewis Gregory knows, stands still deep in his crease, and he powers it down the ground. Pressure now back on Notts. They need a dot ball now.
Down the ground, fielder there. for Lewis Gregory. 1-4, 5 sixes, and it is he that is guiding his side towards Edgbaston.
Such a successful team, Somerset. 50 for Lewis Gregory off 32 deliveries. Remember, he came in and his team were under massive pressure, big trouble, 62 for 5. This partnership, 89 from 55 inches, centimetres over. Conor McCurr, who's on his sub, just gets it over, maybe gets a finger on it. 7 from 9, finish the game, Lewis Gregory. Take your team through to finals day.
Side away, I think he's got it between them. Harrison, absolutely rapid. On that boundary edge. So far off this over, 13 runs coming from it. If Somerset win, it will be a 9th finals day and 3rd in successive season. Both of these sides used to knockout cricket in the Vitality Blast. This place is ready to explode. What have you got, Jake Paul? What have you got? These final 2 deliveries. That's job number 1 done.
Two games that have ebbed and flowed throughout, hasn't it? Birmingham, Essex, not Somerset, halfway point. Somerset would think, yes, we can chase this off. You spoke to Craig Overton. He was happy with what Notts got and thought that they would go on and win it. Looks like they will do. 6 required.
Just be 1. But the main bulk of that 19 that was needed has been gotten in the penultimate over. 14 runs coming from it. 153 for 5. It's 5 to win from the final over for Somerset.
That's so good from the Somerset captain. Powerful man down the ground. Went after the spin. These are sensational shots, even though here at Taunton it is quite short straight when needed. Took the pressure on his shoulders. Final 6 getting into that 50. 67 for 3. Hampshire, the other 2 quarter-finals, chasing 100. 19 off the last over for Lancashire. It's all going down to last overs last night. And Worcester are trying to come back into this game.
They have not laid down Worcestershire. Good on them for that, despite being rolled for 100. So it's 5 from the final over, and it's Big Luke Fletcher. Expect to hit his Yorkers or try to. Man for the big occasion.
Listen to that atmosphere.
The Bulwell bomber. It's Ben Green on strike. 6 balls remain. 5 to win for Somerset. Back in 2021. All 4 Southern Group sides made it towards finals day. Looks like it could be on again.
Absolutely. Somerset 1 shot away. Change in field. Set leg side, haven't they? They're going to go into the surface.
Head off is up. Don't be surprised if Gregory targets over the top of that. From 4.
Just calm. Best way of being calm. It is the best place to be as well out there. It's horrible being in the changing rooms or dugouts. You can't do anything unless you're next in, and you're not so calm. But when you're out there, it's amazing how players can just switch off from the atmosphere, what the crowd is creating, the adrenaline is pumping. Just finish it off. And I'm sure he's saying to Ben Green, if you get the opportunity, finish the game.
93, the partnership. Coming together at 62 for 5. Has been a fabulous effort from the pair of them.
Yeah, Neil! 2 does it!
3 from 4. Can he finish it? Just shelled it. Goodness gracious.
Just shelled it. That was going so quick. I mean, rapid.
No way.
Front foot, no ball.
No. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Luke Fletcher oversteps the penalty run, the free hit. And scores are level. They're almost there. Field can't be changed. Where they were. And so with that, given if it was any other delivery, all the field would be in trying to save the single, because they can't change the field. There's ones everywhere. This has got to be the ball of your life, Luke Fletcher.
Which also means the keeper, you've got to stay back. Can't change the field, you have to go back, including the keeper. And that's really good from Graham Lloyd and David Milnes. Get it right. Motions, adrenaline, the crowd, they're nearly there. Free hits, finals day. Somerset again.
They're almost there. They need one. That the catch has been comfortably taken. The one is completed. And after being 62 for 5, Taunton was silent. But their experience, their class and their quality captain, Lewis Gregory, has guided them towards and into another Edgbaston finals day. Found a willing partner in Ben Green. The partnership, 96 from 62. And try as they might, Nottinghamshire just did not have an answer for the Killer G's.
Excellent throughout the group stage. Somerset, they have thoroughly deserved to go through to finals day throughout the season and turning up to take on an experienced Nottinghamshire side. Captain led the way with his 57 from 34, Ben Green 35 from 29, that partnership 96 from 62. And we will see Somerset once again at Edgbaston in a week's time.
He set the tone. Today, Craig Overton, 4 overs on the bounce, up top, wasn't needed to bat. He bowled magnificently. But talismanic captain Lewis Gregory, how many times he's got Somerset out of worrisome positions and into winning ones.
Yeah, baby! Come on!
Big hand as well for his partner Ben Green.
I think all the way through this tournament they have bossed this South group. Talked about the pressure of the quarter-final. Doesn't matter what happens in the group games, but they have played exactly the same, even under immense pressure. 62 for 5. They still believed. They still went out there, played their game. So good. That's why they have been such a dominant team in this form of the game.
Well, it'll be noisy in Taunton this Friday night. lead, the opening partnership. Defeat for Nottinghamshire, but another great game, really good game of cricket here at Taunton. It's Somerset who went out.
Lost early wickets at Somerset.